Hi Carmel, this is a quick video just to show you how to log in and make small updates to your website. So to log in, go to your website and then click in the URL bar and put /wp-admin. That takes you to the login screen, so you'll add in your username and your password and log in. This brings you to the dashboard in WordPress. Now, if you have any updates that need doing, you'll see here under updates a number with a red circle. So at the moment we've got 2 updates that need doing. You'll also notice them up in the top here, and it says 2 plugin updates, and also under plugins down here. So you could easily see if any updates need doing to your website. So if we click up here, for example, so when you click either here or here, you'll come to your updates page. Now, if you need to update WordPress or if your themes need updating, that will all be listed in this page as well as the plugin updates. But today we just need to update 2 plugins, Auto Optimize and Yoast SEO. Now, it's always a good idea before you do any updates, especially if you've got several to do, to create a backup of your website, just in case anything peculiar happens when you update them. So we're going to create a backup of your website using all-in-one WP migration. So down the bottom here, you'll see it, and if you click on Export, and we're just going to export to, so if you click on the green, File. And this will create a complete backup of your entire website. So if anything weird were to happen when you were updating your plugins, especially when you're updating WordPress, you can easily reinstall your website as it was before you tried the update. So it's a really good idea to do this. You can see this is 347 megabytes, so it's not huge. If you click on download, and you can download it to your desktop, and then once that's downloading, you can just click on close. Now, it's a good idea to keep a copy of your website backup on a USB drive or just on a file on your computer so that you know that you've got it handy somewhere if you ever need it. But also here, if you click down to backups, this will keep your backups on here as well so that we can reinstall them from the backup file. Now, you don't want to keep all of your backups because they'll soon mount up size-wise. So once you've created a backup, you can always delete the previous one. And then that will just keep your latest backup on the website. You can see that's already downloaded onto the desktop. So now we've created a backup, we're safe to go in and update our plugins. So we can do this from the plugins option here on the left. So all of these plugins are like little apps that have been used to build your website. So we've got the backup plugin here, Auto Optimize, makes your site faster. We've got the blog designer, Elemental, which is used to build the website, and so on all the way down. Now, every so often, these need to be updated, and it's a good idea to keep them up to date. This just helps with your site security. So we'll click on Update Available, and this just shows you the plugins that need updating. And then you can go through one by one and click on Update Now. Once they're updated, you can see that there's no more updates need doing. The updates has disappeared from the top here. Your website is now up to date. We're going to have a quick look in the dashboard to see what you've got here. So at the top, if you click on Dashboard, that takes you to Home. That's where your updates would be. We've installed Google Sitekit. This will give you an overview of all of your traffic. At the moment, the analytics are gathering data, but this will appear in a couple of days. But this will give you lots of information about where your traffic's coming from and which pages are being looked at, which pages are most popular. So it can really help you when you're planning your marketing to see which posts are most popular. If you click down to Posts, this is where all your blog posts are. I'm just going to add a new post so that you can see how easy it is to do. So you would just click on Add New, then you would add a title, My New Website. I just tab to come down to the next line, then you can just start typing. And now I'm going to add an image. And then you could just add a bit more text after the image. you would select a category, add a featured image, and set that, and then save as a draft. So then we would preview that, and there you can see how it would look. So you've got your main image and the text that we put in. So you can add all sorts of blocks. You can add a slider, you can add headings, you can add audio, you can embed from Facebook and Spotify, YouTube, all sorts of things. But it's dead easy. If you've got anything that you want to blog about, you can quickly pop it on here, and then you can share it to your social media, which is a good way of drawing people from social media to your website, as opposed to sharing things directly onto social media. And of course, it builds up a history of resources on your website, which makes it more useful and comes up more on SEO. So I'll leave that there as a draft so you can go in and have a look. So if you wanted to publish it, we would go to Posts, click on it, and you can see at the moment it says Save Draft. You would click on Publish, and once it's published, then it would be live. And then if you wanted to share that on your social media, I'll go and share another blog. You would just click on the one that you wanted to share. So say, for example, you wanted to share your stretching guide, you would just select on the blog post, copy the URL at the top, go to Facebook, and then create your post as normal and add in your stretching guide link. And then people will just be able to click straight on that, and that will take them to your website. Okay, so if we go back to the dashboard, that's our posts. Media is where all of your photos and videos are kept. So they're all in here. Pages is all of your different website pages. Testimonials is where you would add any new testimonials. These are easy to add as well. You just click on Add New. And if you want to see how they're set up, you can just go in and have a look at a previous one. And as you can see, I've created different categories here for mature clients, personal training, classes, and lower back pain. So then you would just choose which ones were relevant. So you would add in their initials and the testimonial. And again, the initials here, and a short excerpt from the main testimonial that you want to see on the web page. If you want to add new categories, you can do here under categories. Now if we go down, we've got Elementor settings here. You shouldn't really need to go in and change any of these, but this is where they are all kept. And your contact form is under WP Forms. Appearance, this is all to do with your theme and the way that it's been set up. And then you've got plugins. This is where all your plugins are. Users. That's just me and you at the moment. If anybody needs to work on your website, it's a good idea to set them up as a new user so that they have their own username and password. Then we've got tools, all in one, WP migration, which is the backup. And then you've got your SEO, feed panel, and blog designer, and then your meta slider, which is the slider for the front page. So that's what's in the dashboard. There's all sorts of bits there that you don't really need to worry about too much, but it's kind of good to know what you've got and where things are. So if we go to visit the website, I'm going to show you how to edit the website content. If we go to classes, and we'll say that you've put your prices up, so I'll go and have a little look down, say they've gone up to £6.50 a class. To edit this page, you would click on Edit with Elementor at the top here, and this brings you into the editing dashboard. So you can see on the left hand side you've got all your Elementor widgets, and then on the right hand side you've got a preview of the page. Now we can make all sorts of changes in here, and they won't show on the main website until you click on Update. So you can come in here and have a good play. Now I'll quickly show you how each page is made up. They're made up of different sections. If I click on here, you can see that this changes in the Elementor side to say Edit Section. So any changes you make now will change this entire section here. And then within the section, you've got columns. If you click on here, that says Edit Column. And then within the column, you've got, this is a heading, and then this is a button. So whatever bit that you've selected will change what's in the left-hand side and what you're editing. So always make sure that you've selected the right thing before you start making any changes in the left-hand side. So if we go down, we want to change this to £6.50 a class. So we'll just scroll down and click on this text editor. And you can see that the text is showing in this text box here. So then you could just click on there, add 50, and then you would click on update. I'm not going to do that because the price hasn't gone up, but it's as simple as that. If you wanted to change where this link goes, you would just click on the link, and you can see this is the link you've got. You can just click on edit. This is a video. This is self-hosted, so you would just choose the file. If you wanted to change the picture, you would select the picture and then click on choose image, and this takes you into the media library, so you can just go and select the picture that you want to change it to, and so on. It's really very straightforward to use to make simple changes. This here, if you select it as a short code, and this is from the testimonial plugin, so all of the testimonials that you add will automatically go into the plugin, and it will update by itself depending on which categories it's in. So I'm going to come out of here without updating. You can see that update is green because I've made a couple of changes, but we don't want to change it at the moment. So we're going to click on here and click on view page, and it's asking us if we want to leave the site without making the changes. We do. So it's as simple as that to make changes. If you want to make changes to the layout, it gets a little bit more fiddly with some of the headers and footers and things, but if you just want to change the text or change a photo, it's very straightforward. To log out, you just go up to the top and then click on log out, and that brings you back to the login page. And then to view the website, you can just delete that and have a look at the changes that you've made. Now, of course, before you make a lot of changes, it's a good idea to create a backup so that you can always go back and reinstall the previous version of the website if you think, oh no, what have I done? But if you've got any problems at all, you can always ask me. Okay, thanks, Carmel. Bye.